But have a look at the size of these thorns here. Check this out. This one gotta be at least about like 5 centimeters in length. Let me see if I can get it off of here. Oh, there you go. Look at the size of this one. Imagine this going through your hand. That's about the size of a fang of a gaboon viper. You know, it's incredible, it's huge. So if you walk through here in Africa, almost everything is like covered in thorns. Now, the reason for that, of course, are the big amounts of herbivores that we have here in Africa. So of course, I'm talking about like elephants, buffalo, and also plenty of impala and other herbivores, obviously. And they like to feed on plants. So if they would not have thorns, they basically eat everything that is in the area here. So you might think, but these animals, they still feed on plants, right? So are thorns actually useless? No, they're actually not, because if you look closely here, you can see that we have some green leaves growing right there. So what an impala would do, they would not eat the whole bush, but what they would actually do is just carefully pick those green leaves and eat them. And the entire plant itself would still be there. Only animals like elephants or even rhinos, they can eat the entire branch here with all the thorns on it. It has no effect on them at all. Imagine you eat this, you know. Elephants and rhinos, they are wild animals. Check this out right here. This is what we call a rock monitor. It's a small one. It's puffing up right now, so it's like, oh, look at me, I'm big. Whoo, check this one out here. Look at the camouflage, but you can still see, if you look nicely up in the tree, that's like a weird shape. It's not a normal shape, so you can easily detect the lizard, not by color. What you're looking for is not color. If you find one of these lizards, what you're looking at is just the form and shape. So you can easily see it's not looking like a stick on top of a stick, it's something else. And then you gotta go for it because they go up the tree quick. Now fortunately this right here is quite a small tree, so it cannot run quickly. And I also came up here quite fast. And now I got it here, so I will catch it now so you can bring it down, so I can show it to you nicely. And you gotta be careful because they can whip their tail and also claw you with their claws and as well bite you. And they have like really razor sharp teeth in their mouth. And their mouth is full of harmful bacteria, because unlike snakes, their teeth are not covered in sheets of skin. So if you take a bite from this guy here, they lock their jaw and they look it so hard that your finger, you cannot get it out of there. If you try to pull your finger out, it rips all your flesh right off your finger. So you gotta be really careful here not to take a bite, because bacteria can also cause inflammation of the heart, for example. So just come here nicely like that. Gotta make sure I'm not falling out of here. There you go. Okay. Hold on to here. Hold on to there, nicely. Good. There's a good lizard there. Now I'm easing myself out of here like that. Ooh. I gotta be really careful with these claws because they are extremely sharp. So I want to make sure that they don't hold on to me like right now. You see that? Now I let go of the jaw and now it's onto me, but thankfully it's not clawing me. Now we can have a nice look. This right here is the rock monitor lizard, or also called the rock leguan. Now, interesting about these guys, so they smell just like snakes. They have a forked tongue, they stick out and it's forked, so it basically knows, just like snakes, from which direction the smell is coming from. And look at the eyes, it's just looking around. Ooh, what's going on there? Now the color is obviously perfect for when it comes to camouflage. And they have very sharp claws, perfect for a life up in trees. Because especially at this age, when they're small like that, they oftentimes be found in trees because they're away from predators, or at least most of them. But when they're bigger, they might as well also be found on the ground. But usually they like to live up in trees. And there they prey sometimes on mice when they come down on the ground, but also in the trees they prey on birds. They really like to eat birds. And this one is quite calm now. And interesting about the pattern, you can see, like all reptiles, they're covered in scales. Like all reptiles, you know. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals with scales. So that's how you can identify them. And these scales are extremely rough. And it's a very thick skin, incredibly thick. So it's very well protected from bites and scratches from other animals. And this right here is a baby. So I would reckon it's not even half a year old, because they can grow well over like 1 meter in length. That one's about like maybe 30 centimeters. They can actually go up to about like 1.5 meters. And then what they would do is they basically see a bird and they run with lightning speed through the branches, whap, hit it with their jaw and their lock. So I don't got like a nice stick here now, but otherwise I might as well hurt the lizard also. But it's a great demonstration sometimes. If they have something in their jaw, they lock so hard you cannot get it out of there anymore. It's like a pit bull, you know, they lock and then they hold. And the bacteria in the mouth already help digesting and succumbing the prey, you know, because they have a very, very bad bacteria cocktail in their mouth. The fourth defense that they have, instead of just whipping their tail, clawing and biting, is they can also actually play dead. So that is another incredible defense, especially when like a mongoose or any other animal try to prey on these guys. They just stick their tongue out from the cloaca. There's coming like a very bad smelling scent. So any animal would be tricked into thinking, I just have to readjust here nicely. There you go. Would be tricked into thinking that this lizard is sick or dead, and then they will basically leave it alone, because they obviously don't want to eat like a bad smelling lizard that might be sick or something like that, so leave it alone. Really interesting way of defense that we also know from some of the snakes that live here in Africa, for example the ringkaus or even a snouted cobra, which like to play dead. So now, I try to put it back in a tree because it doesn't like to be held anymore. It realizes I'm not hurting it, so it's trying to get out of the situation now. Just get like a nice more look there before we release it. So now I'll put it back in the tree. So this guy had enough of me. This one definitely doesn't want to be hauled anymore. So put it high up there, away from predators. Somewhere over here where I caught it nicely. Somewhere like right there. Hold on to it. Good. Good lizard. Look at here. So that's a nice claw right there. And yeah, you know, that's what I do. So a nice defense, you know. But now it's like, yeah, you didn't kill me. I'm still alive. Quick up you go, buddy. Don't get eaten so fast, eh? The rock monitor. Awesome.